Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video of me. This time we're going to talk about how to prepare for the next semester, and I love this topic. I love getting prepared, and I truly believe that you do need to get prepared before all of the classes start to be on top of everything, because if you don't and you wait for the first week, you're not going to want to do it ever. So you need to get prepared before classes start, and that's what we're going to do today. So if you're interested in what you can do before the semester starts to have a successful and productive semester, then keep watching. Before you get to college, you need to prepare your finances. You need to check, have you paid your tuition? Have you paid your deposits? Have you secured your accommodation? Have you paid for it? How are you going to pay for it? Stuff like this is really important to write down, because you don't want to get to college and get told that you haven't paid and you can't move in, stuff like that. If you pay monthly, have you signed up for the payment plan? Is everything working? Have you made your first payment? Stuff like this is super important, and you should definitely do that before the semester starts. So other than that, you should check if you've paid for your accommodation, your meal plan, your tuition, or even a parking pass. If you have a car and you want to take it to campus, do you have a parking spot? Have you paid for it? Another thing you should do before the semester starts is create your budget. Of course, you're not going to know exactly what you're going to spend money on before you even get to college if you're a freshman. If you're a sophomore, junior, senior, you might know what you spend money on, so you make an actual budget. But for a freshman, make like a sample budget and go back to it like after a month or two and see what you actually spend money on, and then make your actual budget. But try and make a sample one. So for example, say I'm not going to spend more than $50 this month on food, or every month on food, and then you can go back at the end of the month and see how much you actually spend. Can you reduce your spending? Do you need to increase your budget because you just can't buy it for less than $50? Stuff like this is super important to figure out. And yeah, add all that up, see how much that comes to monthly, and check if you can even cover those expenses. So to figure that out, you should make a list of your income sources. So you write down how much money you get from each job. So if you have a campus job or plan on having a campus job, if your parents send you money monthly, if it's a set amount, just how much you make from side hustles like surveys, tutoring, freelancing, stuff like this. Just write your income sources down and kind of how much you make from them every month, like how much you can kind of expect. I know for these kind of things it like varies a lot, so I know that you can't like, you know, budget it like it was a paycheck, but if you do work you can do that, and that's even better. Once you have that, you can compare if those sources cover your expenses. If they don't, you should either, or you should probably do both, but you should either increase your income or reduce your expenses. If you want to reduce your expenses more and you feel like you can't do it anymore, you can't reduce it more than you are, check out my ebook, 99 Ways to Save Money as a Student. It has literally 99 ways that you can save as a student. You can reduce your spending. So that's an ebook that I wrote. I'm going to link in the description box. Go and check it out. And I also have a free budget planner printable. So if you want to create your own budget but you don't know how to set it up, I made one for you. It's also linked in the description box. You can get it for free. But yeah, those are the financial things that you should prepare for. Now we're going to talk about how to prepare for your classes. First things first, make sure that you are actually registered for classes. Then if your professors have sent you your syllabi, download them and take note of all of the due dates. Okay, you need to do this before all the classes start in person or online, whatever you have. Download the syllabi if you have them. If you don't, wait until you get them. And get your planner, write down all of the dates that are due, write down your assignments, your exams, your quizzes, whatever you have. Whether you plan digitally, whether you plan in a bullet journal like I do, this is mine. Whatever you use, make sure to write down the semester dates and then also put them into your monthly dates when it comes to the month. Another way to prepare for your classes is to figure out what your textbooks are. So in your syllabus, you should have a list of the textbooks that you need. Do not buy them yet or don't rent them yet, but find them online. Look on Chegg, look on Amazon, check on your bookstore page. Sometimes they have stuff. So look up the textbooks that you think are required, put them in your shopping cart, okay? But don't buy them yet, don't rent them yet. Wait for the first day of class. Usually the first day of classes are when professors kind of go over the syllabus, kind of explain a little bit of the textbook, and if you think that you need it and it's required, then buy or rent the textbook. Try to read it first, not just for your wallet but also for the environment, okay? Wait for the first day of class, but have your books saved in your shopping cart so you don't have to like look for them again. And then when you know that it is required and not just like optional, then you go and rent them. That is my hack. Let's talk about goal setting. So setting goals is so important to actually prepare for college because you need goals to hit. You can't just randomly do something and then expect to like hit your goals because you didn't even write it down. You don't even know what your goals are. So figure out, do you want to set a goal to study 20 hours a week? Do you want to have a goal to get all A's in classes? I think my goal for last semester was to pass all exams and to have an overall grade of 3.5 GPA plus for the semester. So that was my goal. So here are some things you can do to set your goals, prepare, and get motivated for a semester. Number one is to write a bucket list. Having a bucket list is really fun because you get to check off stuff that you do. It's also a lot of fun things, and I always recommend to have a bucket list for the entire year. Number two is to create a vision board. So this is just something that inspires you, something that you can look at every day. Print out some pictures from Pinterest about like what you want to accomplish through college. So what are you going to college for? Kind of search for things on Pinterest and Google and print them out, put them on a big piece of paper, poster. They're quite cheap in like Walmart or some craft store, just get them there. I've done vision boards like since I was 12 or 13, and they have always motivated me to keep going, and it's so fun to like find an old vision board of yours and see what you actually accomplished of it. So that's so cool. Number three is to write down your goals, like I just said. Write them on sticky notes and place them on places where you see. So if you have like an ensuite bathroom and it's not like a shared one, place them on your mirror. You can place them on like a board above your desk or on the wall next to your bed. Something that can help you with goal planning is my free goal planning printable. So if you want to plan and track your goals, go and get it for free. It's also linked in the description box. The next category in preparing for college is packing, which is one of my favorite things to do. I love packing. A couple of tips. If you plan on going home for Christmas, only take clothes until then, okay? So if you're in like a warm state and it only gets cold like around Christmas time, don't take any warm clothes. Just take clothes that are fitting for like summer, fall. And then when you go home for Christmas, you take those clothes home, like obviously leave a couple for spring, but take the majority of them home, and then bring some warm clothes for January, February. Number two is to pack an emergency bag, especially now with COVID. Like what if you get a positive test and you need to quarantine in like your room or something? Put it back together with like medicine, masks, a set of clothes, underwear, your pills, makeup, stuff, just like a little bag that you can use for any emergencies. Number three is to have a reusable water bottle, because I don't know about your school, but mine closed down all of the water fountains because of COVID. And it was so stupid because like you don't even touch anything with your bottle, but it was so dumb. So I bought like a filtered water bottle and put like tap water in it because it's fine. Take a filtered water bottle so that you can refill it with like any kind of water and it tastes fine when you drink it. You can also get like a bigger pitcher for your dorm room or for your apartment, whatever you have. And that can be really helpful because you do not want to buy the plastic bottles, whether that's for your wallet and you just trying to save money, or you care about the environment and you don't want to trash the planet even more than it already is. Tip number three is to take copies of your important documents and place them in like random places that you can remember and they're safe. I made copies of my passport, my visa, my F1 form, that's like my visa form, and also my immunization records. So like if you have any vaccines, like you have like a paper or something, just keep a copy of that. Another thing you should do is to take reusable silverware. I don't know about like your cafeteria or something, but because of COVID, mine has switched to like disposable ones, and that is really that's not it, guys. If you have your own, you can always just decline them, the ones they give you, and you can just eat with your own. You can just rinse them off in the sink. Usually dormers have sinks even if they don't have bathrooms, so just use your sink to wash them. It's really easy and you just carry them everywhere. I also have like a metal straw that I carry everywhere in the US. You can also take Tupperware boxes with you because sometimes you don't finish your meals, or if you get takeouts and you don't finish them, you can just put them in a box and put them in the fridge and eat it next day. And if you need more packing tips for college, or like just a checklist of what to take and what not to forget, I have a packing list also linked in the description box if you want to check it out. There's also a blog post that goes with it with like a list of things you need, so that should be helpful for you. The next category is school supplies or college supplies. So I would recommend to buy stuff like that when you already are there and you kind of know what your class is going to look like, when you read over your syllabus and you kind of know what you need. Like for your math class, you might need like a specific calculator or something. But there is a few things that you should buy regardless. Number one is a backpack. You should be able to fit your laptop in it, your notebooks or iPad, whatever you use to take notes, and yeah, a backpack is an essential that you need either way. Number two is a planner. So you need to have a planner, whether it's a bullet journal, an other conjuring planner, a digital planner, like GoodNotes or something, or I don't know what you can use, Notion, or just Google Calendar. Whatever you want to use, just make sure you have something. Then you should have a couple of pens to take notes with, maybe some black, blue, and a couple colors of highlighters, and the pencil and the razor. That should be all. Then you should have something to take notes with. So if you want to use a notebook, get one. If you want to use like Notability or GoodNotes, take your iPad or get an iPad. Another essential is probably earphones, especially like noise cancelling headphones or something could be really good for studying if you're like in a busier place and you need quiet time. And then the last essential is probably a reusable water bottle, maybe with a filter, like I said earlier. That can be really, really useful. A little tip here, if you do not yet have Amazon Student Prime, you should get it because it's free for 6 months. I have linked it in the description box if you need it. Lastly, this is the last category, is things to do the first week of classes. Number one, get your keys to your dorm. That is probably gonna happen on move-in day. You are also gonna get your picture taken for your student ID. I assume that's also during orientation and move-in day. Something else I did, number three, is to measure the time, or like just time the time it takes you to get to your class. So take a walk on like the day before classes, measure how long it takes you to go from your dorm to your first class, and then if you go straight to your next one, how long does it take you to get from that one to then the second class. That's what I did. I just walked and I just measured how long it took me, and that really saved me a lot of stress on the actual day of class, because if you can enter the building when you're trying to measure your times, just try and look for the room so you don't have to look for them during class or like when the first day of class is. The next step is, if you have online classes, try to get familiar with the software, where to find your classes, where to find your quizzes, where to find your grades. Stuff like that can be really useful to know before you start. And then the last tip is to get the essentials you need before you start. So in my first week when I moved in, I went shopping for dorm stuff because I wanted to make sure that everything fits to bed. I wanted to measure stuff. Usually you can find that online, but as an international student, I didn't want to bring like my duvets and stuff with my suitcase, like in a suitcase. So I just went shopping for those things the first week before classes started. Yeah, those are my tips for being prepared or getting prepared for the next semester. I really hope you enjoyed it, and it was really like kind of like an overview of what you need to do. I really hope it helped you. If you have any questions, or if you want any, or if you have any suggestions for freebies for me to create for you, like free kind of downloads, then let me know in the comments. And I hope you have an amazing day and enjoy your college experience, enjoy your first week, and enjoy the preparation process, because that can be really fun. So yeah, with that being said, give this video a thumbs up if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel for more content, and yeah, I see you guys next time. Bye!